We thank the Lord for gathering us on the solemnity of Saints Peter and Paul. I have to admit that at one point I was wondering why the church has to give a particular day to celebrate these two great apostles, Saints Peter and Paul, because Saint Peter has already a feast day every February, if I'm not mistaken, February 22, as the chair of Saint Peter. And January 25, the conversion of Saint Paul. But I do believe the church has a good intention of putting together these two great apostles in one day celebration, and perhaps to highlight one important thing, and that is the grace from God that these two apostles received, and eventually the church and the generation after to the next generation. That's why I was also reflecting the very word rock that mentioned in our gospel for today. If you use the word rock as a noun, it connotes solidarity and stability. But if you use the word rock in a verb form, it denotes actually movement, a back and forward movement. That's why by renaming Simon as rock, Jesus was lovingly teasing his friend and disciple about a split in his character. With solid resolve, Peter left cozy home and stable work to follow Jesus. Serve as the disciples' main man or spokesperson, was the first to recognize Jesus, the long-awaited Messiah and Son of God. Yet, he dissuaded Jesus from bearing the cross of his mission to its bitter end, so that Jesus silenced him as Satan. He swore during the Last Supper to die defending him, but thrice he denied being his follower during the Passion. On the other hand, Saint Paul, in his turn, would later humbly confess that he was not any better than Peter. In his letter to the Romans, he mentioned, and I quote, "For I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do, this I keep on doing. I delight in God's law, but I see another law at work in me, making me a prisoner of sin. What a wretched man I am." So, my dear brothers and sisters, from this description of these two greatest apostles, surprisingly, the Lord did not consider Peter and Paul as unworthy followers, but even trustingly founded his church on them. Gratefully, both strove to bring forth their best version of their self. The Lord walked beside them during their strong times and guided them during their weak times. Through the centuries, the church has been sailing in the worst and best of captains. yet remain advancing ahead because of grace, because of divine grace. So, my dear brothers and sisters, on this feast day of Saints Peter and Paul, let us gratefully acknowledge the risen Christ having chosen the rocky persons that we are to build and spread His church. We are capable of courage at one moment and cowardice at another. Letting sin bog us down, and even after letting grace rise us up, constant fidelity to Him and loving solidarity with one another are key to our striving to live by the gospel. Jesus never intended the church to be an exclusive club of saints, but an all-inclusive school of sinners. And let us not forget, it's because of the grace that God has continually showering us, especially the church that He founded and built on the foundation of rocky persons, the two greatest apostles, Saint Peter and Paul.